We all have that one secret hideout that nobody else knows about except you and your friends. Well, one summer, me and my friend decided to work on a secret base in the woods, and then we did it the next summer. And then the third one, we sadly did not finish it, so it was just chilling there. Well, a year goes by, and I'm chilling with my friends. It's his birthday party, and so there's 5 other guys there, and they wanted to go see it. And I told them, I was like, this isn't in like down the street, this is in the woods. They were like, Dante, there's 5 of us. What's the worst thing that could happen? And I'm the only black person there, so if I die first, that's fucked up. And so we get there, right? And to get into the woods, there's a man-made hole that we made. And so we had the skinniest guy go first, and then we have a really big chubby guy at the end. And so he gets there, right? And 5 minutes of walking, my friend in the front starts booking it back. And then we turn back and we see that an animal was like chasing us. And so we start running, and I'm the athlete, so I outrun these niggas easily. But my friend that's fat is in the back. And I'm like, damn, that must suck to suck. And I'm not gonna say his name because Mason doesn't like to be called fat, so I'm gonna call him Jigglypuff. So I'm there first, right? So we didn't know what kind of animal it was, but we didn't care. We were just running for our lives. So we all go through the fence and we instantly just started sprinting out. So we didn't know if Jigglypuff got stuck or not. And so we kind of split up while we're running, and I'm with my friend, and he's like, where's Mason? And I was like, with God now, like we just have to accept it. And he was like, bro, we should meet up. And so we text each other, right? And so we get together, and to my surprise, Jigglypuff was there. Now I have no clue on how he escaped, but he did. So we get back to the house, and I'm like, all right guys, we are never going there again. And they all got baseball bats, and they're like, oh yeah, we're going. I was like, you mean you guys, not me? And they're like, Dante, there's no I in team. I was like, yeah, but there's an I in die, and I'm not trying to be deceased. And they're like, bruh, we'll be fine. I was like, we'll be fine? I was like, do you play baseball? He's like, yeah. I was like, and you suck, so shut up. And my friend gets between us. He's like, guys, my dream is that we stop fighting all the time. I was like, yeah, my dream is to live. There's a difference. I was like, I don't want to die, bruh. I look like a medium rare steak because I'm kind of burnt. I don't want to die. So I'm not gonna lie, I was a pretty chubby kid growing up, and one day I'm chilling at the lunch table and they start handing out the cross country flyers to everybody in the lunchroom. They get to me and I just laugh at it and I stuff it in my bag. Once I get home, I find the paper and I want to get rid of it, so I throw it in the trash can and I totally forget about it. 1 month later, it's summer and my mom wakes me up at 6 a.m. I wake up, I'm like, what's happening? And she's like, yeah, you gotta go. I was like, what? She was like, you're gonna be late for your first day at cross country. I was like, did you go through the fucking trash can? And she was like, so what if I did? I was like, oh, are you fucking crazy? Are you a raccoon? And she was like, Dante, it's not that big of a deal. I was like, you got mad at me for bringing mud in the house. Now you're going through garbages? Like, bitch, are we fancy or slobs? Which one? She gets mad at me and she's like, boy, you better throw away the attitude. I'm like, as long as you don't bring it back later, I'm fine. She was like, son, you are an overweight kid and you need exercise to burn the fat. I was like, fat? I thought I was fluffy. Have y'all ever had to break up with somebody, or have you got dumped before? Either way you look at it, it sucks for both people. So I knew this one girl, and me and her became really close friends when we were young, and I just started catching feelings for her. So I decided to go ask her out to my 8th grade dance, and surprisingly she said yes, and we started dating. Now this dance theme was carnival, so there was a million prizes that I could have won her, but I ended up only winning her a bouncy ball. But she didn't care, she loved it anyways. Fast forward to the end of the school year, and she's acting a little weird, and she comes up to me, she's like, Dante, I have to tell you something. I'm like, yeah, what's up? And she was like, Dante, I think we need a break. I was like, damn right, we've been in school for 9 months, Jesus. She was like, no, like, we're not connecting anymore. I was like, oh, this summer I expected to get tan, not single. What the fuck? She was like, Dante, I know this is hard for you. I was like, hell yeah, you Jigglypuff. Now, I'm not going to say her name because Ruby watches my story times, but I go home, I'm like, Mom, my self-esteem is so low. She was like, like them grades. I'm like, nigga, not the time. Have y'all ever had two best friends that start fighting or arguing and you are put in an awkward situation because you don't want to choose sides? Well, I knew this kid named Andy and I knew this kid named Isaac. Now we're at lunch and Andy and Isaac sit together while I was sitting at a different table that day. And apparently what happened was Andy and Isaac were making fun of each other. And it got to a point where Andy threw some water on Isaac and he got so mad that he stood up and started punching Andy in the back of the head. Now I'm on the other side of the loud cafeteria, so I have no clue this is happening. All of a sudden after the bell rings, I get 3 people come up to me and they're like, bruh, Isaac and Andy got in a fight. I was like, what? I waited to my 5th hour because I have Andy there. I start talking to him and he's like, yeah, bro, I didn't feel nothing. I'm like, damn, he really hit you that hard. He was like, bro, Dante, I ate those punches. I was like, the only thing you needed to be eating was the chicken nuggets, but you decided to throw water on people. He was like, everybody in that room saw Isaac cheat shot me, so therefore I won. I was like, congratulations, Andy, you won a concussion. Next fight, try to bring home the crutches. Have y'all ever had a friend that did something so stupid that you just started hating them for it? Well, I knew this one kid, and me and him became actually pretty close during the school year, and so he asked if he could come to my house. I was like, sure, bro, anytime. Fast forward 2 weeks later, and my mom said, hey, no friends are allowed over because you have a bunch of chores. All of a sudden, I hear a knock at the door. I go through the peephole, and it's the kid. Now I'm thinking, dang, I have to send this man home. I open the door, and not even 2 seconds later, this man walks into my house, goes to my refrigerator and ask if he can have a pop. I was so confused. I go up to him, I'm like, bro, are you crazy? He was like, you right, Gatorade's better. I'm like, no, you have to leave. My mom walks in, she's like, Dante, what did I say about having friends over? I'm like, technically he's an intruder. My friend turned to me, he's like, bro, you opened the door. I was like, and you walked in. He was like, yeah, that's how doors work. And I got so mad because he was right. I turned to my mom, I'm like, dude, what the hell? My mom's like, honey, you can grab a Gatorade and leave. I'm like, nigga, that's my Gatorade. Have y'all ever broke something and your siblings have the option to either help you or snitch you out? Well, one night, me and my sister are playing tennis on the Wii, and we all know about the Wii controllers, how they have that strap that goes around your wrist so you don't chuck it and end up breaking something. Well, me and my sister are very competitive when it comes to tennis, and so we are swinging with all of our hearts. All of a sudden, my sister goes up to serve, and when she swings the controller, it goes out of her hand and hits our new flash screen TV. When I tell y'all how broke this TV was, it was shattered. My sister's freaking out. She's like, Dante, how are we gonna fix our problem? I was like, this is your problem. She was like, bro, I'm your sister. I was like, yeah, you're my sister that broke the TV. She gets mad. She's like, Dante, you're the worst brother ever. I'm like, damn, you broke the TV, now you're breaking my heart. 2 hours go by and my sister grabs some scissors and cuts off the strap of the controller. And she's like, all right, Dante, when mom gets here, tell her that we were playing tennis and the strap broke off of the controller. I was like, you want me to lie? Do I look like the devil? We all know that one dog in our neighborhood that is just so sweet and kind, but we also know that one dog that is just annoying and always aggressive and is so angry that you never want it to get out of his fence. Well, that just happened to be my neighbor's pet, and this dog would always be loud at the nighttime. This would always be aggressive when people would walk by. So one day I'm home alone, and all of a sudden I hear this loud screaming, and this was some chaotic screaming. I run outside and I see both of my neighbors are outside. They turn to me, they're like, no, Dante, Jake got out. I was like, Jake? From State Farm? They were like, Dante, no. I was like, oh, I'm dumb. Adventure Time was the shit. And all of a sudden, I heard something. I turned to my right, and the pit bull is out of his fence. And all of a sudden, I have a heart attack because it's running towards me. So I start running back, and it bites the bottom of my shorts, and it starts pulling my shorts down. I was like, it's stripping me. All of a sudden, my neighbor jumps on his dog and starts screaming. I'm like, just shoot it. Just shoot it.